What's up, folks, and welcome back to the channel. From time to time, you need a place to sit while you're fishing. Today, I'm going to be covering a couple of camp chairs. One from Mission Mountain and one from AnYoker. They're essentially the same thing, but are they? So these are the two chairs that we are going to be covering today. Let's put them together first and see how that goes. This is the Mission Mountain that I'm putting together right now. All right, super easy to get everything in its place. This is really cool because it's got a strap here to ease with getting it all set up. Just put your finger in that strap and boom. And that's both on the back and on the front. And then once you've got that all set up, you just kind of pull this up to that point. That's it. Sets the tension. You're good. You're done. Very nice. Let's check out the AnYoker, which has an equally sized bag, but out of the gate, it feels significantly heavier. And just noticing right out of the gate, the metal on this is a little bit more stout. Okay. Kind of weird. But I think we've got all that. All right. These do not have those little finger assist straps to get these things set up. So I anticipate that this is going to be a little bit more difficult. And with only 2 pegs in, it's already significantly more difficult. And it also doesn't have that snap system that this guy does. So I assume this fourth one is going to be quite a bit of work. Let's see. Oh boy. All right. So far this sucks. What if I take that leg out, put it in there? Well, that's kind of stupid because the instructions don't say that. The AnYoker, which is basically a knockoff of the... Ooh. Am I recording? I'm recording on everything. Yep. So far the AnYoker, not really digging it. That was freaking awful. One of the weird things is that I'm just now noticing that this is actually the proper way to assemble the Mission Mountain. And as I was putting this one in, I screwed it up. So let's pull this apart. Oh yeah. Yeah, I had it on wrong and it fit. But this is a good way to show you how much easier this one is to put together. Got everything together and then pull that, boom. Mission Mountain definitely wins assembly. There's no question about it. You guys saw how I just struggled with the AnYoker, which is basically, as you can see, a knockoff of the Mission Mountain. It appears that the AnYoker has a bit more rigid metal on it, but I don't see that that the Mission Mountain is any different, other than the fact that the AnYoker has a better footprint. The front and the back legs are pretty much perfectly spaced apart, whereas with the Mission Mountain, the front legs are out here and the back legs are out here. That could mean something to stability. Let's check it out real quick. Yeah, you're not going anywhere in this. Very nice stability there. Let's check this guy out. And yeah, it's not as stable. It's a little bit more rocky. So obviously part of it is the metal pieces on the AnYoker. It's a lot thicker. On the Mission Mountain, not so much. And it does rock a little bit. But the interesting thing is that both of these claim a weight capacity of 330 pounds. And I am guessing that that rating actually came from Mission Mountain, and that AnYoker just kind of said, yep, we can do the same. Stability, not moving around. I think the AnYoker actually wins this, but it's just because of the thicker gauge of the poles themselves. Yeah, this thing doesn't move. Let's talk about comfort. The AnYoker's pretty comfortable. It really, really is. And, I can just sit back, chill, good time. With the Mission Mountain, I really don't have any complaints other than the fact that it's not as rigid as the AnYoker, but that rigidity likely led to the difficulty that I just had assembling that compared to assembling this. Obviously, the other part is that the Mission Mountain does have this device where you can easily release the pressure on it to assemble and disassemble. Plus it's got those finger straps to help you get the fabric in place with the metal. And then when it's all said and done, boom. Pretty cool. Honestly, I think probably if the back legs extended out a little bit more, the stability thing that I'm talking about, and like I said, I can rock around on this thing. If I overreacted, you could actually fall down on this. Whereas the AnYoker, now not so much. This is a solid freaking chair, but it's a pain in the ass to assemble. So, in my mind, so far you're kind of doing a trade-off. So let's look at the actual specs. So I got these both as 2 packs, 2 chairs per purchase. The Mission Mountain set comes at $69.99. The AnYoker set comes in at $59.99. I've seen the Mission Mountains as low as 59 bucks. I've seen the AnYoker as low as 39 bucks. And remember, again, this is a 2-chair setup, so this is significantly cheaper. Both have a load rating of 330 pounds. The AnYoker has pockets on both sides for either, drinks or whatever you want to have. The Mission Mountain has one pocket, but with the same capacity, essentially. However, the AnYoker features a pocket on the back, what they call a magazine pocket, and it's pretty sizable. The Mission Mountain does not have that. The AnYoker comes in at 4 pounds, 4 ounces. And this is a big win for Mission Mountain because this thing comes in at 3 pounds. You're carrying 2 of these, it's 6 pounds. You're carrying 2 of these, it's essentially 9. That's a huge difference. So the big question is this: which one would you choose? The AnYoker pair is significantly cheaper. Comes in about $23 cheaper, whether it's regular price or on sale on Amazon, than the Mission Mountain. We're talking about like a 30 or 40% price difference there. It's fairly significant. The AnYoker is also extremely stable. There's no fear of rocking back and just ending up on your ass. Whereas the Mission Mountain, you have to be a little bit more tentative. Not much. I mean, it really doesn't rock around a whole lot, but the stability on the back is less. But the trade-off is that it's so much lighter. It's so much easier to assemble and disassemble, and as long as you just get used to it, I got no problems here whatsoever. All right, so for a last part of this video, let's take these guys apart, see how long it takes to do so, and pack them back up into their bags. All right, there's the Mission Mountain. Let's do the AnYoker. All right, and there you go. I mean, they both fit. The Mission Mountain took significantly less time. Mission Mountain comes with a strap. AnYoker comes with this handle, and it's essentially got D-rings for a strap, but there's no strap in the bag. So, I don't know. Again, expect to pay about 60 bucks for 2 of these, 40 bucks for 2 of these. In my eyes, the Mission Mountain is a big win. The AnYoker is a cheaper alternative, but just in light of the fact that the assembly is so much more difficult and the disassembly is absolutely absurd, I'd go with the Mission Mountain. Which one would you pick? Please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, folks, and we will see you on the next.